So following on from that, it gives me great pleasure to introduce an old friend of mine, John Sandford, who's Director for Sustainability within the Wienerberger organisation. John has over 40 years' experience in production and technical aspects of building products. He commissioned the first environmental policy for Sandford brick in 1990 and piloted Wienerberger factories to become the first clay site certified to ISO 14001, 1996, and the responsible sourcing standards BES 6001, 2009. He's been a member of the Brick Development Association Sustainability Working Party since it was established in the early 90s and is now chairman of that group and also co-chairman of the Resource Efficiency Action Plan programs for clay bricks and for precast products such as concrete roof tiles and others. He's on the board of the British Ceramic Confederation and the advisory board of CICS, that's the Ceramic Industry Certification Scheme, which is the certification body dedicated to sustainability. He's also past president of the Institute for Clay Technology. John's presentation this afternoon is entitled Earth, Fire and Water, Resource Efficiency and Sustainability for Targets for 2020. Please give a warm welcome, please, to John Sandford.
Well, thanks, David, for the introduction, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you enjoyed the video. We certainly enjoyed making it. Earth, fire and water. So in the next 25 minutes or so, I hope to share with you why clay building products are as sustainable now as they always have been. First of all, I want to consider our clay building solutions in a wider sustainability context. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about resource efficiency and the recently launched Resource Efficiency Action Plan, the REAP. Then a little bit about sustainability key performance indicators and our targets through to 2020. Then a little bit, and I promise it will be brief, on environmental product declaration. And just to wrap up with some key sustainability credentials, hopefully some messages for you to take home today. Our main sustainability partner across our full range of products is the British Ceramic Confederation, and they're part of Ceram Uni, the European Association. And really the focus here is the wider debate across the European Union on resource efficiency and particularly energy efficiency. So this is the Ceram Uni 2050 roadmap, which sets out how we're going to achieve some of these ambitious targets. And certainly at BCC board meetings, the main topic is the research and investment we need in technological change to improve our energy efficiency targets. The key points from the 10-year summary, I've just picked a few of them out for you now. First of all, the proportion of brick manufacture in the UK covered by ISO 14001 certification, David mentioned it, environmental management systems. It was already 60% in 2001, and now it's more than 95%. The usage of water from non-main sources across the UK brick sector, 31%. And the amount of alternative or secondary raw materials that we use in manufacture is actually more than 75 times as much as the material that we actually send to landfill. In terms of recycled raw materials, obviously different product types have different quantities of recycled raw materials in them, but we do offer a range of products that meet both good practice and best practice according to the RAP guidelines, RAP Waste Resources and Action Programme. So fire. Well, we have to accept that making fired clay products is an energy-intensive process. But we do provide durable products with a long service life. Huge improvements have already been made in energy efficiency and will continue to be made. I think this is a key point that I would like to make, is that because we're in control of our whole supply chain, we provide our own raw materials, we do the whole manufacturing process through to the customer, we're completely in control of our manufacturing operation. So when we quote a figure for carbon footprint or water footprint, it is totally transparent. which is not always the case for other materials, which sometimes tend to make up their own rules. Water, as we said in the video, water is becoming increasingly important. I think water is seen as the new carbon. And actually, from a clay building products point of view, we have a good story to tell. We do use water forming the product. We use water for washing the moulds. But we're increasing the amount of water recirculation, and we're increasing the amount of non-mains water that we use. And water footprinting will soon become even more important than carbon footprinting. The future of water, our target, as I said before, 0 usage of mains water in the manufacturing process. So we want to use harvested water, water from lagoons, water from quarries. In the future, we may even be able to condense the exhaust from the dryers and actually recover the water that has come from our raw materials. So the raw materials may come from the ground, 8% water content. We may actually be able to recover that water and use it in the manufacturing process. So now moving on to our targets going forward. Well, as you can see from this slide, we have a wide range of and very comprehensive set of targets through to 2020. We have targets from the Wienerberger Group, which are particularly relate to energy use, carbon emissions and people. We have UK targets covering the 4 Ps, as you saw in the video: product, production, people and practices. We have the targets from the REAP process, which I've just mentioned. And we also have targets that have recently been launched by the Brick Development Association as part of their new sustainability strategy through to 2020. And all these targets are available on our website. And the journey towards harmonisation has started. It will certainly be important when we're working with BIM, but I think it's going to take some time. Perhaps another one for the discussion panel later. But Wienerberger have a very simple approach to life cycle assessment, and this is a slide that I borrowed from colleagues in Vienna. We think it's fairly simple. Lifespan is the crucial role in the environmental performance of a building product. And sustainability is based on the lifespan of the product and its initial environmental impact. And we can increase the sustainability by reducing the environmental impact of manufacture, and we can further increase sustainability by making sure that the long and active service life of the product is realised. So, in summary, just really some thoughts on the enduring benefits of clay building products. As we've said, they have a long service life with negligible maintenance requirements. They have a natural aesthetic appearance which often improves with time. Our Smeed Dean bricks were used in Buckingham Palace and Tower Bridge, and they're still going strong. They have excellent thermal, fire resistance and acoustic properties, flexible in use and reuse. And something that we, again, learnt in the REAP process, talking to our demolition colleagues, they can actually be easier to deconstruct and reuse compared with some of the more modern composite materials, which are almost impossible to reuse. And finally, this is the final slide, we like to think that our products align perfectly with the fabric-first approach and the achievement of fabric energy efficiency standards. Thermal mass, our products contribute to effective heating and cooling and the prevention of overheating. They contribute to good internal air quality and healthy buildings. And I do think that this is of increasing importance, and I think healthy buildings will be an issue of great importance in the future. And finally, our products fully support the emotion concept of the 4 E's, or the E4 house, which you'll hear about later. So, in conclusion, earth, fire and water, clay building products are sustainable now as they always have been. A traditional product offering contemporary building solutions. And when we get our wind turbine at the Kingsbury factory, we're going to have earth, wind and fire. But I think somebody else has already pinched that one. Thank you very much.